So none of us are there. You only see what they show you on TV. You only know what they tell you. Because think about this, right? If all if Russia's trying to tell everybody the real truth about everything around the world, right? Well, think about this for a minute, right? You read news and stuff on your phone, and you're like, man, this is crazy. Like, what if one day we look on our phone and Russia has said, hey, the United States is the worst. This is the truth. Look at all this stuff we have on the U.S. What if, right? What if they did that, right? But you'd never know that. You would never even know. Because the United States, there's people in every part of everything in this country that monitors everything. So if something like that were to ever happen, we wouldn't even know it because the United States government, there's a person that has the interest of secrecy and the government. They have the interest of that. In everything there is, there's a person. There's a mole in every single thing around the world that monitors, here in the United States, that monitors all communication that is coming in and going out. And you don't think for a second that if something that came that was just spread around the world, oh my God, Russia's telling the truth about the U.S., we'd never know it because the media would block it. The government would block it so fast before it was ever able to pop up on anything.
So not even one person would see it.
Not here. I mean, you might, but they're going to take it down so fast. As soon as it goes up, it's going to get flagged. They're going to see it. They're going to pull it. Maybe 10,000 people, maybe 150,000. If we're lucky, we'll see it. Maybe we'll get lucky enough and enough seen it all at once to where they can't lie to us. But more than likely, enough aren't going to see it. Just like the original newspaper clipping from Roswell, when they said it was unknown aircraft of unknown origins, unknown creation. They didn't know what it was made of. They didn't know what this thing was. They didn't know what it was that was in it. And they confirmed that it was a space, that it was some kind of vehicle beyond our means and anybody in this planet. That it was origins that were not from this planet. Right? They sent that newspaper out, and that newspaper was retracted within 2 days. There was not a newspaper that we know of that survives that said that, because they were all pulled and reprinted, and they said that they did it. It wasn't no secrecy. It wasn't that we were covering up anything. It was literally a crashed weather balloon. We got excited. We didn't know that, we got excited, because the government and the scientific departments didn't really, back in that day.
Mm-hmm.
So the government didn't really realize the people that found it didn't know, and the soldiers that were sent there it was above their pay grade to know about these things. So they thought it was something crazy too, and that's bullshit. That's what they said, but that's bullshit, right? Come on, everybody had to have put eyes on this thing and given information before they put it in the newspaper. And then they retracted it and said that, hey, this is what happened. No, the original news story, they talked to the first couple people that were there to this thing that crashed, and they said it was not from this planet. There was a thing that was operating it, and it was half alive, and it was not a human. It was not a human. Those people are the one that said that. And then when the government finally got there and they found out what was said to the reporter, then it was snatched up and restated that it was a weather balloon. And I mean, if you think I'm just spouting shit on my ass, you can look it up on the internet. You can watch. Remember that unacknowledged? They tell you about it. They tell you about the crash and what happened with that, them covering it up and stuff like that. It just makes me so mad that people just are like, oh my God, look, there's a UFO standing in front of me. And then this government official was like, that's not a UFO, that's a Mexican. He's just got a mutation. And you're like, oh, I see it now. Yeah, you're right. Aliens are bullshit. It's just a Mexican. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy that you would believe that. That's how it goes. That's how it literally goes. Like, sorry guys, like, you just told the whole world on Instagram Live that you just saw an alien and posted a picture. You know what I mean? And they're like, my bad, I deleted that picture. It was a Mexican with a mutation. Not very PC of me to do that without thinking. I'm sorry, guys.
Right.
Bam. Everybody forgets about it. But you just shared a real picture of a UFO, and then you deleted it, and then it's going off the internet so fast. That kind of shit, they can. You don't think the government knows how to just hit a button and wipe out everything to something? Like, if me and you were sharing messages,
Well,
pictures
on the
of a real
internet.
alien,
Mm-hmm.
sending them to Facebook, as soon as that shit gets flagged, they can have that gone out of your phone, out of my phone, out of the computer, out of any data. You won't be able to find that picture ever exists. So you better hope you have a hard copy, because if it's anything digital, it can be gone like that. People don't realize that. That's why I think people don't realize we need to be careful with technology. This is something personal that I have thought about over the years, that what if, technology's so pushed on us? What if they want everything to go technological because of that reason right there, what I just said? Because if everything's on the computer and stuff, it's easier to get rid of. Which maybe not. I don't know. If you know what you're doing, it's not. But if you are the government and you have the best hackers in the world that can do anything,
Right.
they can go through all your data and have it all gone in an instant. I mean, just think about it. You're talking about the government. They employ what? Probably 50,000 hackers. All they need is 9 to get on and handle this. That's it. And then those 9 are in the middle of the night slowly killed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You'll never even know. Nobody in the office will even know. They spread them out, move them out of the office over a period of a couple months, and then over a period of a couple years, all of them mysteriously died. Nobody blinks an eye or thinks nothing about it. But yet they just killed off all loose ends that they got rid of because we were sending messages. Bam, everything's gone. Nobody ever knows it. I think shit like that happens every day, and we just don't know it. And it scares me so bad because it's sickening, because I feel like we're never going to know about the truth because of man. Because of the people in power are always going to make sure we don't know, because they always want to have that ace in their pocket. Because what are they going to do if people know that there's life outside of this? It's never going to be the same. The way in the world works now, the market, the stocks, the money, it'll all just be gone overnight. Nobody will be any better than anybody. Nothing else will matter anymore. That's why they don't want you to know, because they need power.
My stomach's growling. I just ate. I don't know.
Because you didn't eat enough.
I ate that thing.